No, speaking of playing games, it's taking every single ounce of my no, every fiber. It sounds even more dramatic. Every fiber of my being is being channeled into this right now because you know what I'd much rather do than sit here and do the talkie and the walkie.
What's that?
I've really been enjoying it. I think something about that GTA 6 trailer just was like I should start playing GTA 4 more. I've been liking that.
I know, dude.
And the mood just struck right when it that last little bit of green in that glass and packed it just right. You know, a little bit nice. Yeah, I know. And I'm thinking exactly. Tom Petty's playing as I'm smoking, and it's like, Luciano, why do you think you're in here? I don't know, Billick, I guess. It's really awesome every time. And then we get to the real, penultimate moment of the trailer. Trust. Because every white guy in every single game, they've just decided that. This is something crazy. Okay, I think about it all the time. I look in the mirror every morning. I look at myself like, hey, I'm a white guy, right? Then I hear myself in video games like, I don't sound like that. That doesn't represent me. I don't have anything connected to this. There's no familial value to this. It doesn't represent anyone. All right, because if Luciana, right, said, "You trust me," and then I was talking to her, I'd say, "Yeah," or "Sure, I trust you." With this guy, she says, "Trust," and he says, "Trust."
It's gotta be like some hidden lingo thing that two of them
It's
just
all
share
down.
together.
It's all low. It's the fucking. It's an annoying thing too, though, because it's the fucking same dumbass voice that Jeff Jeffries. It's close enough. That Jeff Jeffries said in his stand-up sketch where he was special.
Oh,
Jim Jeffries. His American voice when he does that whole. I got my family. I gotta protect my family. That voice. Everyone gets that low tone. It's fucking annoying, man. But no. Now I gotta sit here and talk about something for the next half hour instead of playing Grand Theft Auto 4. Which is really fucking cool. And then also, maybe I should just do both. But I have a feeling that I don't think I can trust you to do the talking while I do the playing.
That's what I was gonna say. Let's do both. And how about this though? How about this? How we don't even worry about trusting me to do the talking aspect. How about I don't do any talking at all?
That could be for the
Now
best.
we just play the game. We see what happens, man. We roll the
roll
the times.
You know what really bothered me last night though?
What's that?
I don't like that. I'm trying to have a serious conversation. You're acting like we're on a podcast. Saying she's like, "Oh, tell me about that."
Tell me about your feelings, Alex.
It's you're a loser. What bothered me last night? What I was no. First of all, no. Okay, if you want to assume some sort of Scars Club mentality right here. All right, it's not you being Redbar. Okay, it's me being Redbar. All right, and you being Jules. And in fact, I just talked to a guy. Okay, some guy who's pretty well versed in the field. Somebody even call him an expert. Got back to me, gave him the rundown, and according to him, he made the 411 back. And it turns out, yeah, I'm Redbar and you're a Jules. So you want to do anything in this thing? Just laugh when I talk and do nothing else. All right, just stroke my fucking ego. Laugh a little louder, a little bit more laughter, because no matter what the quality of my joke is, if you're going to be Jules, you should be fucking dying. It's the funniest thing you've ever heard, no matter what. At every single turn, dude. Something.
Get up, dude. Robert De Niro. Did you get it?
No, I didn't. I just thought you were fucking spazzing out for a minute.
No, that coffee bit. That
what I was trying to say was I got lost in thought last night, pontificating. Okay.
Dude, I got that Jules shit down.
Oh yeah, man. You just work on the whole being a hot blonde thing. That'd be pretty cool.
Or work on that. Do my best
you can do that to the best of your ability. I can look over there and just see some nice blonde trim. I'd be a lot happier right now. Okay.
Again, I'm just gonna take my best.
Do that what you will. No, so I was kind of lost in thought, thinking over and over and over about one specific moment in time, as one might do from time to time. And so I'm in 6th grade, right? And there's this 8th grader. I don't know why you're laughing already. Okay, I know I said to be Jules, but she usually at least waits till there's a resemblance of a joke before she dies and bursts out just with primal laughter. Right. Thanks for the coughs. That was your comment. She doesn't do that ever. She's never a disgusting fucking pig. How about you don't be a fucking animal who just coughs and have a little decorum?
I try. I'm sorry.
That's the problem, man. This is why the podcast market's so oversaturated. Just no one cares anymore. They have no. Again, stop thinking if one of us is going to be Redbar. You're not having the soundboard, dude. This is ridiculous.
Tony motherfucking
Hinchcliffe. What I'm trying to say is, I had a nice moment here, a tender. Maybe that's a bit of a stretch. Maybe that's a bit egregious. Even I can't even imagine a world in which I would pretend to call that moment tender. I could never even fathom doing that. And essentially what happens is I got lost last night in the sauce thinking about this and that. I remembered being in 6th grade. There's this 8th grader, and we have lunch together. Now, this was the cool table we're sitting at, right? Now, sixth grade me was hardly cool enough for even to be at the cool table. Okay, again, now you're doing it wrong. You're doing it at the wrong time. I'm trying to say is I've come a long way, okay, but just I want to point out I was sitting at the cool table, okay, in sixth grade. Mm-hmm. Now like I said, was that cool? Admittedly, no. But how not cool was this eighth grader sitting at the sixth grader cool table? He was not cool at all. That's the thing I have to first establish here, okay? This guy is not cool for sitting at the cool table. He's a fucking loser for sitting at the cool table, okay? Mm-hmm. Dude, it's very simple arithmetic. When you're in a 3-year school, as one might be in middle school, right? 6, 7, 8. Mm-hmm. Sixth graders keep their head down, okay? Seventh graders are very fluid. They can talk to sixth graders. They can talk to eighth graders. Eighth graders should never be caught dead talking to a sixth grader. The same way those fucking losers who were seniors in high school tried fucking freshmen, and they were disgusting, dirty fucking scoundrel pigs. Mm-hmm. Those guys, all the guys who had a cool leather jacket and a car their dad bought them. They're like, yeah, no, it's a 1997 Toyota. It's a Tercel. It's awesome. It's like, wasn't even cool in 97, jerk off. I'm getting a little far from the point here. This guy's a loser sitting around with a bunch of sixth graders, right? Mm-hmm. Gotta make that clear. And every once in a while, during lunch, we'd end up in the, not me necessarily, him specifically, that sounds also incriminating in a way. Sometimes people would, maneuver their way over from the cafeteria into the library because it was right next to the cafeteria, right? So every once in a while, you go in there.
Wait, Rocky Point?
Yeah.
Dude, that was the best fucking cafeteria library combo I've ever had. I'm sorry I ruined the vibe there. Now I know what we're talking about. I used to love hanging out there. Now I can visualize everything. I'm sorry. Sorry, I just ruined all flow there. I'm sorry. Jesus, I'm sorry.
Man.
I'm sorry.
So, where was I before you had to do the not Jules thing and actually try to have a conversation? Like, remember we said you're gonna be Jules, which means you just don't talk. I talk at you.
Yep.
And you laugh at everything I say, or I cut your fucking head off. I'll start getting through the streets and parade it around. My point is, this fucking loser, right? We're in the library one day, whatever his name is, and then honestly, you could put a gun in my fucking mouth and one in my ass and just pull till it goes click. I'm not getting the guy's name. It's not coming to me, okay? Mm-hmm. You want to know why? 2 reasons. One, he was an 8th grader hanging out with 6th graders. All right, if I didn't keep my guard, probably would have tried touching me. There's no other explanation why a man would ever do that. There's no reason to hang out with a 6th grader if you're an 8th grader. Similar to that thing that guy said earlier about, why those jerky off seniors, Uh-huh. And the gross part too, those guys had such little class and respect for themselves. Not only did they hit on freshmen, they couldn't even have the, facade of respect and dignity and wait till they're actually freshmen. They're like, no, I should hit on them when they're going into freshman year because then they won't know anything. Yeah, so I can hit on them. So when they're technically still just graduated 8th grade, wouldn't that be cool? It's like, God, you got some fucking problems. Yeah, there it is. My point is, we're in the library, and I do see, that's the problem, I don't remember the guy's name at all, but I kind of see his face in my head, which is pissing me off because I can't remember his name. But again, is it really worth remembering? No. I've attributed it to this, and I'm not sure it's the right face. It's just the face I've attributed to this doofus, It could have been some other moron I once knew. I'm just like, I guess it's probably the same guy. He kind of, I don't know, close your eyes. Picture, that picture in school. There's that one kid who, is more husky than fat and kind of just weird, Yeah. Just like a weird little fucking weirdo. Yeah. Pale, red blotchy complexion, always showing a little bit too much upper teeth and that dumb lip open nonsense. Like you're a fucking. There's not an existence that can be hard enough with enough adversity for people who have their mouth open like that to look that fucking dumb. He's one of those guys, though, Mm-hmm. Just a flat fucking dumb forehead. Uh-huh. Just a big, goofy, dumb fucking idiot, Bedhead, wears stupid fucking shirts, has a lunchbox that's vertical with it's a canvas with two-tone lunchbox. One's green. It's gross color. It's green and fucking beige. They have no wrists. It's just straight arm to hand. They're sweaty. We all know them. So this idiot, what I'm really just trying to say here.
This is the 8th grader?
This is the 8th grader. Yeah. That wasn't me. I know I said I wasn't that cool earlier. That was actually a lie. I was fucking awesome always. That was actually me just trying to take some dignity, not dignity, take some sympathy from people, pretend to be vulnerable so they could let their guard down. Now that I fucking got them, Tell them the truth. I was lying earlier. I know. It's not something I like to do. It's not something I do. You know, sure, maybe I'm good at it, but I don't like to do it. You know, because it's wrong. However, I will be honest. Earlier, when I said I wasn't cool, that was in fact a lie. I'm actually the fucking coolest. Proof of which, you know, I wasn't doing in 8th grade.
Was hanging out with 6th
Hanging out with 6th graders. That's a pretty good identifier. You're thinking right now, Jesus Christ, he's right. All the listeners are like, you know what? God damn it. I was, in fact, hanging out with 6th graders. Yeah, because you're a fucking goddamn dirty fucking pig. Bottom feeders. All of them. This is a really long, roundabout way of trying to say that basically what happened was this fucking stupid Mama Luke, right? Uh-huh. He, one day we're in the library, and he's like 2 computers down from me, and he went on this entire thing about hungry, and him being confused about what the difference was, and like, what they're hungry, and making this dumb fucking remark, and it dawned on me, when at the time, I just couldn't think, like, is this fucking kid serious? But yesterday, keep in mind, 15 years removed from the event, it dawned on me that this dumb, sad, fucking, stupid little loser may have pulled the wool over my fucking eyes.
What? You what?
I think I got tricked by a rabbit hugger and sent me up a fucking tree last night. I think he was fucking with me, and I didn't realize he was yanking my chain. I took it at face value. This guy was literally confusing the country of Hungary and someone being hungry. And I think he was fucking with me.
You just got.
I think I got by that fucking little dick loser. Isn't that sad?
You know what? Now that I know the end of the story, that guy was actually the coolest fucking 8th grader.
No, he wasn't actually. You know how you know he wasn't? This is a pretty good.
He wasn't hanging out with you guys. He was picking on you guys.
Maybe.
You just finally got over that trauma. He put you back into 6th grade.
That's honestly, that's the most visceral kind of trauma, the one you don't even realize you have till years come. Like when you say, "Oh my god, I didn't know that happened." You just repressed it.
Yep.
It's a thing. I don't know if it's true, but I know it's a thing TV shows have really loved to run home with over the years. That's something that they seem to love, where it's like, we need something to have happened. I don't know, the character's been so happy-go-lucky. They repressed it.
I think it's like that selective amnesia that happens in TV shows all the time.
That also happens a lot. Yeah, it's really cool how we've started to just really commit to these things that don't actually happen to anybody. But yeah, you know what's another one of the 8th graders who sat at that table? This was another one where I maybe got the wool pulled over my eyes.
You had 2 cool 8th graders hang out at your 6th grade table?
No. See, you're confusing. This is why I was leading so heavily into it earlier, trying to make sure that there were division lines drawn here.
Okay.
It was the cool table. Proof it was a cool table because
the 2 8th graders were there.
No. First off, there was more than 2 of them.
Oh, shit, dude. That was the coolest.
I just happen to have anecdotes about 2 of them.
Okay. This is a really cool table. There's a lot of 8th graders.
First off, it was one of those long tables. You know those long tables that like fold up, and then when they're done, they fold them up and they put them in the corner because apparently the schools can't just have a cafeteria.
Yeah, because they have
we need to use this for other things. Well, obviously the cheerleaders need to practice here. It's like, or the gymnasium? No. They need to practice in the cafeteria. We're so white trash, bottom dollar, poor, broke bitches. We're gonna fold up the tables. So it's one of those super long cafeteria tables where it could fit probably, realistically, I'm going to say like 24 kids on it.
I would say 12.
Yeah, it was definitely way longer because you're a dumb, stupid bitch. Oh, really, dude? My point being...
Have you heard an elk scream?
I have not. So this table has like 24 kids in it. And I'd say... I don't think there was a single 7th grader. Because fuck
7th graders are weird.
Yeah, they're
like the middle child. Where are they supposed to hang out?
No, I think it was like literally 20 kids in 6th grade and 4 weird losers in 8th grade.
Dude, you're saying weird, but I'm hearing awesome.
No, they weren't. They were shitty. And one of them was a real piece of shit too. I guess I have 3 anecdotes. I guess the 4th guy must have really been a loser. I have nothing to say about him. I can't even pretend to picture a face to it. The one guy was just this fucking little blonde douchebag piece of shit who was like, you know those kids who were just literally, there's no words for it. They were like slightly taller maybe, but they were not tall by any stretch of the imagination. And they were lanky kids, but they had just enough of a little bit of meat on their arms to pretend to convince themselves that they were jacked. Mm-hmm. And they all had like that fucking almost Caesar haircut with a straight line, but they're all blonde. No brunettes ever acted this way once their entire life. It's only blonde kids. And they all wear the Under Armour shirt because they have no class and shorts with calf high socks. Because they're not flip flops. They're wearing like fucking Skechers or something. I don't know. They're losers. Anyway, that one can remember always coming into my fucking 4th grade social studies class and going to be, can I get my lunch? Because he had to keep his lunch in Mr. Goldstein's class because Mr. Goldstein's favorite. Those kids sucked. Oh my god, the ones who got way too close with a teacher of the same sex. The only teachers you should be getting close with the ones you're trying to actively have sex with. Everyone knows that, all right? That's why I always flirt with the. Why do you think every school in America exclusively only hires women to teach English?
That's such a good point.
To make dumb boys interested.
Such a good point.
Why do guys teach math? Because men already know how to do math. it's you know, these are such simple truths that some people overlook that just get somehow lost in the shuffle. And for some reason, we're in all this chaos because not every decision is being made by me. Anyway, I hate those kids though who came in. He'd be like, "Oh, can I keep my Powerade in your fucking mini fridge?" And then he'd be like, "Oh yeah, sure." And it was so great too because
What's up, dude? High five! Great job last night at the game.
Goldstein's such a douche. Fucking this guy.
That guy was a prick.
He's such a prick. What a tiny little bald prick.
We should punt his ass.
We should punt him. Honestly, that little fucking piece of shit. No, but so this jerk off comes in there and they're showing how much of an asshole this guy is. One of the times there was this one girl who kept coming into class kind of honestly, admittedly, I'm talking. I gotta slow my roll. It's coming across as if this isn't hilarious. It's actually really funny. And actually, you know, maybe Goldstein, maybe I'm more up to the guy. He's actually seems like a sweetheart. Come to think of it, you know, I was being too harsh a minute ago, saying he was some sort of a massive prick. No, you come to think of it, on second thought, revisiting the idea, heart of gold. Maybe Goldstein. That makes sense. The only thing I can associate to him is one, this jerky blonde kid coming in there, and at the same time, there was this other girl who was in my class, and I don't know, maybe like her parents died, or they were going through a divorce, or some shit that I never cared enough to ask about. Something was going on that was super traumatic, right? And she was coming into school every day late and just in tears, and to the point where it's like, maybe you should just stay home. Mm-hmm. And she'd always manage to find her, you know, mosey her way into fourth period, and she'd always come in a fit of hysterics.
Whoa, fourth period? Isn't that like 11:30?
Dude, that's my point. It's like you've already missed a substantial portion of the day. And you're not even showing up at fourth period. You're always walking in 15 minutes into fourth period.
Yeah, and school's like out at 2:30.
Like, I'm having lunch in like 3 classes. Just go home. You've already missed everything. You missed the announcements. What are you doing?
Yeah, the most important part.
The most important part of the day. You didn't say the Pledge of Allegiance. That should be a requirement. If you walk into school late, the first thing you should do is to look at the flag and make up for what you missed.
That should be something like when kids are walking on the halls. Hey, Pledge of Allegiance.
Honestly, that should be a thing. All right, and we should also start beating kids in schools too to make them be more respectful.
Could not agree more.
So this girl walks in her usual fit of hysterics. She comes into class. Goldstein, as usual, was not having it. And admittedly, come to think of it, it's kind of badass, actually, how little he gave a shit.
Super badass.
But it's super funny, the juxtaposition of him, like, shooing her away, being like, can you just, like, keep it down while we're trying to watch Remember the Titans, please? And then have that douchey kid come in, like, can I get my, I left my Subway in here?
Oh, yeah, dude, we're just watching Remember the Titans.
Exactly, and then he starts growing up with that guy as the girl's still in tears. He was just yelling at a second ago. It's so fucking awesome. I didn't think of it that way. See, at the time, my 6th grade self was like, oh my gosh, why is he being mean to her? But now I'm thinking, like, of course he was being mean to her. She was crying. She was his class, making it all about her. Walking in whenever she feels like, crying whenever she feels like, her parents dying whenever they feel like what gives?
Hey, nothing gets.
We're literally in history class, but no parents have ever died before. They're all dead.
It's called history.
And then another story about that is the one time, what are the other? I should go back to the. Hold on, I'm now doing too many stories, but I'm spiraling off out of control here. I didn't even get to my second anecdote about the cool kids table. My point was, though, that table had 24 people on it, 20 kids who were cool. That's not even true. That was a stretch of the imagination. It was me who was awesome, and then 19 other kids who were pretty much losers who convinced the school that they were cool. Very clear distinction to make there.
Like those kids that put their lunches in the teachers' mini fridges. Those cool kids.
I don't actually think any of these kids would have fallen victim to that crime. So they're one step above that guy.
So they're actually really cool.
No, I wouldn't go that far either. See, now you're taking one step. Because some of these guys are absolute losers, come to think of it. Actually, you know what? Of the 20 of them, of the 19 who weren't me, I'd say maybe 3 of them were cool. One of them was Lunchbox, but besides that...
Oh, shit.
Besides that, everyone else kind of jerk-offs. That's besides the point.
Lunchbox has like a real deep lore and everything. I didn't even know this could exist until like 3 years ago.
Dude, I met the kid when I was 8, bro.
That's crazy.
You're late to the party. Another one of the kids who's at the table, though, one of the 4 loser 8th graders who was hanging out with kids, right? Again, similar to those guys who flirt on freshmen.
And 4 cool 8th graders?
No, there's 20 6th graders who most of which have convinced the school that they're cool, even though in actuality I'm the only cool one. Graders. And then there's the 4 loser 8th graders, no cool 8th graders.
Okay. Now I'm on the same page.
Now you're on the same page. So, and then for reference as well, there's also a table one behind us and to the left down a row. That was the cool. That was the opposite. That was where the cool females hung out. And I'd say over there is probably more like even worse numbers, where it was like maybe 3 people who were actually cool and like a lot of posers. You know, a lot of fucking bottom feeders tricking the world. Look how their lives turned out. All right. So the only other anecdote I have with one of the 8th graders though is this one kid whose name I'm also blanking on, which makes it even goofier when we get to the end of the story because it should be much easier to remember when you get more context, which you don't have it, but I have it, so it makes sense to me. Is this kid, I guess if I already described the other guy without a name, you guys get that visual. How would you describe this? Okay, this guy is like head's wider than it is long, okay? So it's like a wide head, but not a big, just a wide face, you know? Frames too small for the head. Also a buzz cut because he's got no style. This is the kid who always wore sweatpants with like the actual elastic bottoms around the ankle.
Dude, those guys were the coolest.
Those guys sucked too, man. It was always the sweatpants with the elastic and then a sweatshirt that matched, but it wasn't the same. They weren't a matching set. They were Nike sweatpants with an Under Armour sweatshirt, but they were the same color.
That's pretty sick.
And he had glasses, and he always wore just like black sneakers, and they were completely black. No color of anything, just completely like the cheapest fucking dirt poor sneakers you could imagine, right?
Okay.
Let that sink in for a second. I know. Now you're really trying to picture the kid. Now you're seeing it. Like, oh, I fucking knew. I knew Johnny. I knew Johnny. This kid, though, maybe to match the shoes, routinely would always ask me, can I borrow $1 for lunch? Right?
Borrow $1. When do these dollars get borrowed back into money?
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking.
You said you always say, "Can I borrow?" How many? Can I borrow $1? Are we talking
let's
here?
say, how long is the school year?
100. Is that Phineas and Ferbs? It's only 124 days of summer vacation. Oh no, I don't know.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm high, bro. I'm just enjoying the high, bro.
I should cut your head off and drag it through the streets.
I don't know. There's a lot of days in the school year.
I'll look it up. We'll get technical. How many days in a school year?
180.
Of course.
That's what I was gonna say.
So 180 school days, right? Let's say I gave this kid $1 on 100 of those days, legitimately. Surprise! This is the crazy part.
So it's a
okay?
running tabs at the end of the year. You came to class.
I guess, yeah. The whole entire school year is going through. I give him $100 essentially over the course of the year. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, maybe even 7th last day of the school year. Somewhere in that realm where schools kind of stop, but it's still going on for whatever reason. That was one of those things they never quite perfected with school. They're like, well, the school year ended 3 weeks ago, but we still have 3 weeks of school. So I guess just kind of show up.
They should just do 60 days on.
Teachers, we have any tests?
Next year.
No. We gotta finish all the lessons that I finished last year, which you think over the course of the year I would have then figured out a way to extend the learning to actually cover the curriculum across the whole. But no, it's just the same thing I do every year. Which I also love how teachers, what a sad fucking existence as well. It's like pretending to learn things. Like, oh, wow, yeah, look at Washington. Interesting. It's like you're doing the same thing every year.
But hey,
Can
now
you
it's
imagine?
the Titans time.
I don't know why we try. Why we even record new episodes? We should just stick to the script and just keep repeating the same lines over and over and over
uploading
again.
old ones with new titles.
We should just honestly do that. At this point, it would take 200 episodes for someone to realize.
That means we have 200 episodes to just dick around until we think of 200
That's true.
more.
Why do we only have 200? We could have 400 episodes right now.
Yeah, what the fuck we doing here?
Oh, man.
We need to do one a month and just splice that in. So everyone's like, well, this one's new. I guess they're all new.
So I give this guy $100, right, over the course of the year. End of the school year when they haven't figured it out and we're all just kind of moseying around like zombies. It's good weather. That's the best part. It's always good weather. They leave the doors open.
It's the best part of school,
dude, it's amazing. It's so majestic. It's so ferocious. But it is majestic. Totally majestic.
Very majestic.
It's so majestic. No, that was the best weather ever, though, actually. The doors open. The windows, maybe one window in a classroom down because they're all disgusting, dirty, dingy classrooms. Getting to clear out your locker, that was always a fucking thing with teachers like, don't make a mess, throw the garbage in here, please.
No
Fuck
Candiesville,
you!
baby doll. You can't tell what to do anymore. It's summertime.
Exactly. Anyway, end of the school year, this guy, we're moseying around. He ends up coming to school. He kept saying, I'll pay you back. And I was like, yeah, okay, jerk off, for the entire year, not thinking anything of it, right?
Is this the other guy who pulled the wool sheet over your eyes? Or
No,
that
this is
expression
his
was?
friend.
Oh, okay.
Pulled the wool over my eyes. Did you just ask me what that expression is?
Never heard that before today, dude. I think you made it up.
Yeah, that's what happened. I made it up. That's what I used to do. Okay, I used to get paid a lot of money to do it. I was a lawyer. Now, this other guy, friend of the flat forehead, doofus, moron, dumb fuck.
Let's call him Cool Kid number 1. That's a long name.
No. So this other guy, at the end of the school year, around the end of the school year, one of those days, as I alluded to, he sees me in the hallway, approaches me, fucking gives me the $100 bills, right? Now, at first, actually gave me, I think, $200, which was insane.
Whoa.
I think it must have been sort of more of an inflation thing. And I think I even said to him, you didn't get 200. I think I said to him, there's not even 200 days in the school year. He's like, yeah, but blah, 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 blah. And he gave me $200. And I was like, all right, this is awesome.
Oh, I take back everything I said.
This kid actually is pretty cool, actually, come to think of it. This kid's actually
the cool
sick.
8th grader
okay?
I set the table.
So this guy gives me $200 cash. And the really crazy part
How
was...
does this kid look? Because I'm picturing straight up good old Italian kid.
Spanish kid.
Same
They're
thing.
once removed.
Close enough.
Close enough.
They're brethren.
They must be. So yeah, elastic sweatpants around the ankles. Hands me $200, and you're thinking like, what is it? Ones? What is it? Fives? No.
4 crisp 50s, am I right?
No.
This is a 4 crisp 50 kind of guy.
No, it was literally it was a $100 bill, a $50 bill, a $20 bill, a $10 bill, 2 5s, and some singles.
Wow. All of the founding fathers represented.
It was pretty cool.
You know what I mean?
It was pretty fucking classy. I'll be honest. I was shocked. He gives me the money. I go about my merry way. 30 minutes later.
I borrow $1 for lunch.
No, that'd be funny as fuck. No, that would be funny. No, so I go about my merry business. 30 minutes later, this is honestly, I think, early in the school day. So I'm gonna blindly say this is like 3rd period science class when I ran into him. Mm-hmm. I don't see him again till 6th period when I had music. That was 6th period was an elective where I went music one day, gym one day, and health one day, right?
I found it like that as the rotate.
Yeah, and it was really great because the day. Actually, you know what? Actually, that might have just been gym and health rotating. I think I had another elective period which was home ec and music rotating.
That makes a little more sense.
Yeah, that's what it was. Nevertheless, I see him 3rd period. He gives me cash. Okay, come 6th period, I see him as I'm going to I think it was music class though, so I don't know. It's not really that important in the end in the grand scheme of things. So I see him again. I start talking to him, and I'm saying, and I'm really shocked he gave me the money. Blah blah blah. I'm talking. I almost said I'm talking to him. It's more like I'm talking at him for a solid 90 seconds. He just stares at me blankly, and I'm thinking, wow, this is unfamiliar territory. Okay. So I honestly don't even think I talked to him, and he just kind of looks at me like, who the fuck are you? And I kind of just like, all right, cool. And I kind of just go back to my business, and I retreat into the classroom. I'm like, all right, I don't know what that was. And I kind of sit there and I sulk on it from like, well, you know what? I have 7th period lunch with him. I'll see him in a minute. I'll ask him what that was about, okay? I get into the classroom. I'm saying, what the fuck was that about? He's like, what about? What are you talking about? And I say, so what, you give me money and then what, now we're no longer friends? He's like, what? He's really fucking confused, right? Turns out, at least what he says to me at the time, which I hadn't, he says, wait, you talking to my brother? I'm like, you have a brother? He's like, I have a twin brother.
What?
I talked to this guy for an entire year, every day of the school year. Turns out he has a twin brother who I was just managed to meet for the first time, like he was a fucking mythical entity that was only just in this one corridor of the school.
That's fucking insane.
Now, I thought he too was pulling the wool over my eyes. I thought him and his jerk-off friend.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? So, oh yeah, you have a twin fucking brother? Yeah, that makes... that's why I haven't seen him...
So does the brother even know who you are?
No, never talked to him once. Never met him.
So you just bullied some kid for no fucking reason?
I didn't bully any kid.
You were a dick to some guy you thought gave $200.
I tried talking to him, and he was looking at me like I'm a weirdo. And then the next time I saw the actual twin I didn't know, I'm like, what the fuck's this about?
That's so fucking funny.
And I thought he was fucking with me because I didn't see this guy once.
That's nuts. That's absolutely insane.
And then out of nowhere, it really shakes my fucking...
really,
rocks me to my core. At that same time, which has never happened once the entire school year, at this point, I guess we are outside. Maybe, come to think of it, maybe I was just really oblivious the entire time. There were always 2 of them. But for the first time in my entire life, I legitimately... he's saying, he's like, my brother's here like all the time. I'm like, no, he's not. And then as I turn around, he's right there.
No fucking way, dude.
Right there. Admittedly,
that's bananas.
I can confirm he didn't sit at the table with us. But then again, we used to always go out into that back corridor off like that hill and play football out there when we're done eating.
You could do that?
If you were one of the cool kids, you could.
Oh, I said the losers table.
Yeah, that makes a lot. That checks out.
Yeah, it does. Fuck.
That checks out.
Fuck me.
Fuck you. So no, we were at this time outside. Now I'm trying to think of it though. I'm like, so when we were playing football those times, I remember, like, no matter where I went on the field, I was always matching up against him. And come think of it, was I just playing 2 different kids in football every week, not realizing it?
Dude, you're like having inside jokes to the kid you never talked to, and you're like, okay, why is he always so weird when we play football?
Why is he always so
together?
weird? Exactly. So there's apparently 2 of them. I never once saw them in the same area until that day, unless maybe it was always outside. I always seen it, just didn't realize it. But they also dress the same, which is so fucking weird when you're an 8th grader and you're still doing that whole twin shit.
Yeah, guys, grow up.
You both just happen to love elastic band sweatpants around the ankles. What is that?
They are pretty comfy.
No, they're not.
I know, those are the worst.
Those are the worst
known
things
to
man's ever
mankind.
made, okay? Every goddamn tragedy that's ever struck the nation does not compare to that creation.
We didn't hit our true peak as human beings until we had the no elastic bottom sweatpants.
And so someone said, wait, why the fuck are we doing this? Who the fuck's idea was this? So yeah, those are 2 different times. That really bothered me, though, thinking that, you know, the first guy especially,
That's fucking nuts.
pulling the wool over my eyes, you know? Your favorite expression.
Whatever the hell that means.
Yeah, whatever the hell that means.
Bye, Chiquito.